Hello and welcome to a video review, first one on this channel. I thought I'd do a redo of one of my most popular videos I did on my old channel, and that is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazords. As a kid I grew up with Power Rangers and was a huge fan of the show, and these are the things I always wanted. I had the figures, never had the Zords. These things were, as a kid, childhood thing I always wanted and never could have. But now, as an adult, I have got them, and they are great nostalgic kick for me, and they are fantastic. I will show each one off individually and show what they look like, so we'll get into it. Move everything out the way. And we're going to start off with the Mastodon. Now, this was originally had Zach. It then went to Adam, I believe it was. But the man was pretty cool. I know the stickers are wrong on the toys compared to the show, but one day I may replace them with repro labels, because these ones are still pretty good condition. It's a great little figure. It has a little bit of leg movement in the back. The trunk moves up and down. And that is it really for the Mastodon. It does not have a lot of movement. But this was Zach's Zord. It's a Black Ranger Zord. Quite cool, but most of the Zords you will learn have no articulation at all. One thing is, the tusks do like to pop out quite often. And if you pick these up, you can get them from Starlight Studios, really nice metal ones. You want replacement plastic one, they go for a lot of money. But Zach was the Black Ranger with the Mastodon. And then we had Trini with the Saber-Tooth Tiger. Now, as a kid, I never really picked up on some of the racial tones. The Black Ranger had the black Megazord, the Chinese one had the yellow Zord. As a kid, never picked these up. Nowadays, a little bit racist actually, very. But no, Trini was the Yellow Ranger, and she had the Saber-Tooth Tiger. Now this one has quite a lot of articulation. The legs actually move back and forth. Oh, tail moves. I think in one episode the tail actually got up like that and was a blaster. Can't really do that in this mode, but quite cool. And again, these are stickers on the original toy, so they are not cartoon accurate, but quite cool. Oh yeah, and we do have some head movement, again due to the transformation. Again, another cool looking Zord. If you want to pick up on its own, they go from about 20 quid. It is ridiculous how much these things go for nowadays, but still quite cool Zord. On a little side note, the original Sentai Yellow Ranger was a bloke. The American version, it was a woman. So, it's quite cool. Something I didn't learn about till last year, really. Next one we have the Triceratops. Now this is quite a cool Zord. I liked Billy as a ranger. I thought it was quite cool. He was the geek. I always slightly like the geeky characters, but this is actually like a tank with little trim marks. It does roll. Rolls quite well. This has hardly any movement again. Tail moves. You can actually use it as a little gum. The head moves. But again, that's to do more of the transformation. But no, he's quite cool. I know if you pick these up nowadays, you will be missing either these or this. You can pick them up again, but they are quite hard to come by, the original plastic ones. But that's Billy's in the blue Megazord. Next up we have Kimberly's Pterodactyl. This was my least favourite. I didn't really care about the Pterodactyl, didn't really do a lot. Your head moves. Its wings move to do the transformation. It looks cool, but it didn't really do a lot in the show, to be honest. think you just fly about and hit things, but not that exciting. But my favourite one of all, Tyrannosaurus. Jason was my favourite ranger. He was, I just thought he was brilliant. And it's a shame he left the show because I thought he was a lot better than Rocky. Personal opinion, but I'm glad he came back in the Forever Red. Now T-Rex has the most movement pretty much. Head moves, his tail moves, his legs move, his arms move. Oh no, he has pretty much the most movement. And he's pretty cool. And I absolutely love Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's missing a few stickers and at some point maybe repro labelled up. But the cool thing is when all the Zords were together and they were fighting Rita's monster, they'd all fight as individuals, and sometimes they didn't have enough power, so they had the tank mode, which is when they sort of all transformed almost into the Megazord. Now it's tank mode. All you have to do is take everything away. And we'll start with Trini's. Get your Saber-Tooth, then tail up, lock it in, put the legs up, and they have one of the legs. Triceratops, easiest one. Done. That's the side. Now your T-Rex. Here's a little bit of transformation. Got to bend the legs down into this locking position. You press this little button at the side. Bend your tail up. Not the way, but slightly. Bend your legs down. And he will lock into the back of those guys. Now you want to get your Mastodon, remove the head, you put this little thing at the back here, and let's plug that into the front. I know in the show it was done back the other way, but just bear with me. Unlock these guys, pull the legs down, they should lock in like that. Put the backpack sort of thing onto the back, then they just clip into place. Hold this up, and this is one of the first things you do need, is your cannons. A lot of the toys do not have these nowadays, so just keep an eye out for them if you want to get one. And they just plug onto the front, like so. You're going to get your Pterodactyl, kind of just sat behind really. Bring the tail up, you can kind of wedge it into place. And that was the tank mode. Not the most exciting. Like I said, the Mastodon head came in last, but you'd have tank mode. And they'll blast away. But this again wouldn't always fight the monsters very well. So you have, goes into Megazord mode. So remove Pterodactyl, remove the cannons, remove the Mastodon head. That's not needed. And to get us into tank mode, we just, not tank mode, Megazord mode. Take tail down, bend that back. Turn this round, switch the hands around, for some reason one don't want to lock into place very well. That one does. Now little buttons at the side, don't matter, but you can make it stand, but I like just bend these into place. Make sure the Saber-Tooth Tiger teeth are up, and just stand up your Megazord like so. He is quite big. Move my camera up a bit. Bear with me. As here we have the Megazord mode, so pop these arms down like so. Now you get your fingers between here and here, open that up, just put the T-Rex arms back, and literally just get the T-Head Rex, which mine doesn't want to do now. Bear with me, it does not want to move now. That's better. If I broke it, it's fine. Just bend that down, place that up. And my camera doesn't look right still, but hey, get your pterodactyl, pop your head in, put the wings in, there's a fly down and connect onto the front of the Megazord. And just bring these two little things around. And there we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. This thing has bugger all articulation. His arms do go around 360 degrees, like so. His legs do swing out that far. I don't need joints at all, but for a nostalgia kick, it is kick-ass. Now, the cannons, I believe these are sat on the back of the Megazord. Don't think they're ever really used. Just little tabs on the little feet. Onto the back. Now you can hold, whoops, I've just smashed my camera. That wasn't very well done, was it? There you go. Now the Mastodon head can turn into a shield for him. Like so. I don't actually ever remember him using it, but it looks quite cool. And piece of resistance, the Megazord did have one main weapon, and that was the power sword. In America they got a nice chrome sword. In the UK we got a crappy plasticky thing. It's not the best, but it's alright. He does hold it quite well. Now this is 3D, it'll be stabbing you in the face. But there we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. To me, this thing is amazing. And for the show, it was the best with the Megazord. It just looked amazing. Yes, they were a guy in a suit, but to me, it's just massively nostalgic. I love this figure. I know they just brought out the Legacy Morpher and the Legacy Megazord, but to me, this is better. This is what I grew up with. They are very hard to pick up nowadays in nice conditions, and they go for a lot of money. But if you can find one cheap, buy it. You can always get the stickers from retro labels. You can get the tusks and stuff from Starlight Studios. Is it worth getting? 20 years later, yes they are. To me, this thing is amazing. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please comment in the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.